all very excited to be here and very happy that we actually get to compete in person this year.
Coming back here again, it's exciting. Getting all that working in the competition, it feels like it pays off.
It was disappointing, but this year they planned really well, allocating 2 teams per day. It's really happy to be here because testing our vehicle at the competition is more sort of fun in the entire year.
Glad that now we are back and we are so excited to see how now the preparation is going to be paid off during this competition when we do have and we can see everything is integrated and we can see the actual demonstrations of the work that a lot of the students have been involved.
At A&M, we could only have a certain amount of people there at once. None of them actually got to see the vehicle. We could run their code on the vehicle, but it was kind of more of like less hands-on than we would have liked.
SAE definition of a level for autonomous vehicle, there are certain benchmarks that a vehicle has to meet. So it essentially kind of involves the vehicle to be able to go from point A to point B without potentially any driver interventions.
They are going to remove the GPS and the IMU for us, like during the competition, and see how our car performs.
So they really want to see how we can react, how we can navigate the vehicle without some of the primary sensors that we've taken for granted. So it's really like a failure mode.
The car basically used cameras to navigate, maps to navigate. So if a person was driving, we would use Google or Apple Maps to get to destinations. But if somebody takes that away from me, I would start reading signboards.
The most important thing with Level 4 is the integration. In the first year, you might remember, we had simple tasks like stay in a lane and stop at stop signs. And then we had a separate challenge where we had to deal with obstacles. The Level 4, we're putting all those things together. So the integration is a key thing, and having all the pieces work together for one cohesive system is really one of the most important things there.
I'm glad, this is my first time in a self-driving vehicle, so I'm sometimes ecstatic that my first ever time into a self-driving vehicle was something I was able to build.
Hey everyone, and welcome to year 4 of the SAE Autodrive Challenge. My name is Chris Chuka and I'm the Vice President of Programs at SAE International. And I am absolutely thrilled to be opening things up here this evening for the award ceremony for year 4. Who would have thought at the beginning of this year that would be live, would be on site with university teams. Of course, the entire Autodrive family isn't here, but you know, we'll get this to the point where we can have as much student representation and engagement as humanly possible. So who would have thought? 4 years ago, we started off this conversation saying this was all about education, and that's what it's been about. You know, as staff, as partners, as students, we've all learned and we're all getting better. I spoke with you a couple weeks ago about the Autodrive Challenge 2 announcement, where we announced some new members coming into the family to work with us, and it'll be about learning again. We'll all get better as we go throughout the experience. So here at M-City this week, a couple people that we really need to thank and just overwhelmingly thank for their support throughout the 4 years. Of course, our partners in General Motors, the SAE staff, the entire team that it takes to support and to put on an event like this. It doesn't happen with a large community of folks coming together to support education, and that's really what it's all about. So sit back, relax, enjoy the experience of the awards ceremony. Hopefully here in a few short months we'll be able to all get back together live and do these things in person, but one last virtual experience for Autodrive here in 2021. Thanks and enjoy and have a great evening.
Hi everyone, I'm Christy Rasbach, the GM Chief Engineer for the Cruise AV program, which is the Chevrolet Bolt EV derived autonomous vehicle. It is my honor to welcome you to today's virtual award ceremony as you wrap up year 4 of the Autodrive Challenge. I'd also like to thank SAE for their collaboration and continuing support of this competition through the past 4 years, and also their continuing support on our upcoming Autodrive Challenge 2 competition. This competition would not be possible without the support of SAE and all of the competition sponsors. While this year's competition continued to be primarily virtual in nature due to the COVID-19 pandemic, you should all be very proud of your work. I'd like to congratulate all of the universities and students on their 4-year participation, a very rewarding learning opportunity for all involved. The level of ingenuity, creativity, flexibility, and innovation you displayed this year is impressive. These are all traits that will serve you well as you transition into your post-collegiate careers, and I encourage you to retain these qualities. I can tell you that my team and I certainly embrace these qualities after a year and a half of mostly remote work. For the teams that were able to attend in person at M-City this past week, it was great to see in-person demonstrations of the team's accomplishments. Year 4 dynamic events were a culmination of the previous year's work. Congratulations on all your efforts. At General Motors, we envision a future of zero crashes, zero emissions, and zero congestion, and we are committed to leading the way toward this future. We have a tremendous opportunity and responsibility to create a better world for future generations. Even with the pandemic, we have not slowed down. Our vision is that autonomous vehicles can help lead to a safe, less congested future for all. And just as the automobile did more than 100 years ago, we see that autonomous vehicles can positively change people's lives forever. We believe that AVs will have enormous potential benefits for society in the form of increased safety and access to transportation. And we believe that all AVs should be EVs, which will help us build a more sustainable and accessible world. Our vision of zero crashes, zero emissions, and zero congestion inspires us every day, and our team thrives off that excitement for the future. As participants in the Autodrive Challenge, it's clear that you all embrace a strong sense of purpose as well. 22 years ago, not far from where you are today, I graduated from the University of Michigan College of Engineering. Ann Arbor is a special place to me. Back then, there were two things I had not yet imagined. One was the existence of a world-class advanced mobility research center like M-City, and two, the opportunities that awaited me after graduation in a career at GM. If you would have given me a glimpse of these things in 1999, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have believed any of it. When you graduate, you will have the skills necessary to make an immediate and positive impact on the automotive industry. I encourage each and every one of you to consider a career at GM. You can review open positions at careers.gm.com. We have open roles for those graduating between April 2021 to June 2022 for direct hire positions, including software engineering, rotational track positions, and internships for next year. So, as I said earlier, there is a lot for all the teams to be proud of this year. Thank you, and congratulations to all teams for a successful year 4.
Hello everyone and good evening. My name is Zach Pace and I have the distinct pleasure of serving as the Autodrive Challenge Program Manager for SAE International. I can't begin to tell you how wonderful it has been to begin putting faces with names and meeting the participants who make Autodrive Challenge what it is. I have the distinct pleasure tonight of recognizing the folks this year who've risen to the top in our static and dynamic events for part of year 4 of Rev 1 Autodrive Challenge. I commend each of you for your engagement and participation in what has been an exceedingly challenging year. The work you have accomplished stands at the forefront of this technology space, and you have all performed extremely well, particularly as we've navigated the many challenges in 2020 and 2021. While we certainly wish we could be celebrating with you in person tonight, we have enjoyed hosting you and the teams who could join us in an altered capacity at M-City. For those who joined us as spectators in the live streams and our friends in Canada as well, we appreciate your grit and dedication. It was so exciting to see the videos of you testing your vehicles while you couldn't be here with us. For the awards, we will begin recognizing our report award winners. For year 4, teams submitted 3 reports for the year 4 competition: systems and safety updates, the concept design report, and the social responsibility report. For the year 4 system safety update, we expected teams to submit their final software safety analysis, their VSSA, logbooks, and their final safety video. In the video, teams were expected to unveil their vehicle safety features in a comprehensive and creative way. In addition, they were expected to communicate how they would generate buy-in from the general public as it relates to general perceptions of autonomous vehicle safety and how they would prove autonomous vehicles can be trusted. The system safety update was worth 50 points. This year, in third place, we recognize Kettering University. In second place, we have the University of Toronto. And in first place, the University of Waterloo. Congratulations. We'll move to the Social Responsibility Report. In the Year 4 Social Responsibility Report, we asked teams to help SAE to bridge the gap in academia in partnership with the Office of Disability and Employment, and to write a 10 to 15 page white paper for application of their standard from Year 3, which focused on a topic in autonomous mobility that included accessibility. The white paper was intended to standardize their best practice autonomous vehicle design that provides a safe and operationally user-friendly environment for people with disabilities. The Social Responsibility Report was worth 50 points. In third place, we recognize the University of Toronto. In second place, we recognize the University of Waterloo. And in first place, we recognize Michigan Tech University. Congratulations. In the Year 4 Concept Design Report, teams were asked to focus on how they had achieved the SAE Level 4 of driving automation, focusing on how their design had evolved over the course of the 4-year competition. Because Level 4 is defined as the vehicle driving autonomously without human intervention needed, with the caveat that the vehicle can only operate under limited conditions. Thus, we asked teams to explore these limited conditions and to analyze their top 3 failure modes and to discuss in detail how the vehicles react in each scenario. The Concept Design Report was worth 50 points. In third place, we recognize the University of Waterloo. In second place, we recognize Michigan Tech University. And in first place, we recognize the University of Toronto. Again, congratulations to our winners. In addition to the reports and the safety video, teams also competed in the MathWorks Simulation Challenge. In Year 4, teams were tasked with demonstrating how they used MathWorks tools to achieve the following tasks: simulating open-loop perception testing, simulating closed-loop planning and controls testing, and the cogeneration of algorithms. The MathWorks Simulation Challenge was worth 50 points. In third place for MathWorks Simulation Challenge, we congratulate Kettering University. In second place, we have Michigan Tech University. And in first place, we recognize the University of Toronto. Congratulations. Prior to the start of dynamic competition, teams competed in a series of static events, including the social responsibility presentation and the concept design presentation. We will now present the awards for our Year 4 static events. For the social responsibility presentation, teams were expected to present their white paper highlights in each category. They were also expected to showcase a modeled prototype and/or simulated user experience as part of their presentation. The social responsibility presentation was worth 50 points. In third place, we congratulate Waterloo University. In second place, we recognize Michigan Tech University. And in first place, we recognize the University of Toronto. For the concept design presentation, teams discussed the design of their vehicle, how the vehicle design progressed over the 4 years of the competition, and the team's strategy for winning the competition. The concept design presentation was worth 50 points. In third place, we recognize Virginia Tech. In second place, Michigan Tech University. And in first place, the University of Toronto. Congratulations to our static event award winners. We will now transition to awarding our dynamic events. From June 7th through the 12th, teams competed in our dynamic events. And in Year 4, this consisted of the Buy-Off Ride Challenge and the Level 4 Challenge. In the Buy-Off Ride Challenge, teams were given a series of 8 address points and were required to run the route according to the prescribed route order. In third place, we congratulate Michigan Tech University. In second place, Virginia Tech. And in first place, Texas A&M University. In the Level 4 challenge, teams were given one address point, a destination, and were tasked with navigating to this point as the ultimate test of Level 4 autonomous driving according to SAE standard SJ3016. Third place goes to Virginia Tech University. Now, in a turn of events, for the Level 4 challenge, we had a tie so tied up that even our tiebreaker was tied. And so we figured we would celebrate both teams. So tied for first place for the Level 4 challenge are Kettering University and Texas A&M University. As an aside, I promise I will have a second first place trophy made up and shipped out as soon as I can. Our combined dynamic event winners, combining both the Buy-Off Ride Challenge and Level 4, were in third place, North Carolina A&T, second place, Virginia Tech, and in first place, Texas A&M University. Congratulations to our dynamic event winners. We will now award our overall Year 4 winners. With this combined score of 322.95, third place goes to Michigan Tech University. With a combined score of 340.03, second place goes to the University of Waterloo. And with a combined score of 370.38, your Year 4 overall winner of Autodrive Challenge is the University of Toronto. Congratulations again to all of our award winners this evening. Once again, we thank you and are so very grateful for your participation in this program. We salute you and we celebrate you, and we look forward to seeing the many accomplishments you continue to achieve in your bright futures. With that said, we can't begin to thank you, our sponsors, our participants, and our spectators enough for making Year 4 of Autodrive Challenge an exciting and thrilling and meaningful experience for everyone involved. With the many challenges we've faced over the last 18 months, being able to be present in person, to celebrate our Canadian teams and their testing up north, and to see the great work your teams have been able to accomplish in light of everything we've been through has just been so incredibly meaningful. As a relatively new member of the team at SAE, it's been so positive for me to meet everyone, to see the vehicles, and to see the testing and the excitement that is, the underpinning asset to this program. We can't thank our sponsors, our volunteers, the folks who served as judges and course workers and, static event personnel to make this event happen, and we celebrate each and every one of you. With that said, it's my deepest wish that as we move forward from Autodrive Challenge Rev 1 and we head into our bright futures, that I'll see each and every one of you engaged in other aspects of SAE's programs, whether that be as a participant, a volunteer, or a spectator. You know where to find us. Have a great night, everyone, and thank you for joining us, and, keep doing right in the world.